Games with Gerard Campbell and stuff.co.nz. Of course, Game Junkie NZ on Twitter as well. Gerard, good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you today?
Very well, thanks. Last week, we were talking about the PlayStation Vita, the new gaming platform put out by Sony, and it's probably a good time with the launch in Auckland today to talk about an actual game that you might be able to play on it.
Yes, they're having a sort of a launch party tonight in Auckland, but I think the Vita itself will go on retail sale in stores on Thursday. But yeah, there's a good stack of games that are going to be available for it, and probably one of the most high profile is Uncharted Golden Abyss, which for PlayStation 3 fans will know is one of the Uncharted series. The Uncharted series, for a bit of background, was a 3-game series from developer Naughty Dog, which featured a intrepid adventurer called Nathan Drake, who sort of, climbed and jumped and walked and shooted his way through, South American countries and ruins, looking for treasures and those sorts of bits and pieces. Golden Abyss is, I believe, sort of set before the Uncharted console games. So there's no sort of allusion to what's happened in the console ones. But essentially the story is Nathan Drake, our hero, is searching South America for sort of information about the demise of an ancient race, which sort of secret sect which died out sort of about 400 years ago. And, of course, for fans of the Uncharted series, it's going to bring all the things that, they love about the Uncharted series. Climbing, jumping, walking across logs and things, and punch-ups and shoot-ups. But it does make a lot of use of the Vita's touchscreen and gyroscopes and cameras stuff, which is pretty cool. Although sometimes I thought it was a wee bit overused at times.
Yeah. Are you at all intrigued by the gameplay? I mean, it sounds sort of ho-hum, really, in some respects.
Well, I mean, it's sort of your classic adventure sort of game, isn't it? That, we've got things like, and the storyline features things like, there's a love interest, there's double crosses, there's bad guys, there's, without spoiling it for anybody who's going to play it, there's a return of a character, which was a great character from the Uncharted series, who he's back. The Uncharted games are very much a sort of almost a mix of sort of platforming and shooting. And in this one, making use of the touch screen, you can either, you've got a couple of control options for Nathan Drake. You can either use the left thumbstick to, just move him around as you would normally, and all the progression path is pretty linear, I guess, in the fact that the direction that you need to go is sort of highlighted. That like the handholds are, coloured sort of gold, or crates that you can climb have got like a gold banner or something on them, like a gold cloth. So you do know which way you can go, and there is some sort of chance for exploration. That sometimes you might have a branching off path which you can take to explore for treasure, and like for treasure, often treasure will be hidden behind a stand of bamboo, and you draw a symbol on the screen. An on-screen symbol will come, like it might be an arrow, it might do sort of in the shape of an S maybe, and you follow that pattern in your finger, and then Drake will cut through the bamboo.
Cool.
But the Uncharted series has always been sort of very cinematic, very sort of almost sort of Indiana Jones type adventuring. Drake will jump from one spot to another, and suddenly the handhold will give way, and you have to swipe up on the screen from to grab his hand on again.
It sounds like an immersive sort of game, and a game that you could be playing for a long time. But does that suit the platform? Does that suit the mobile kind of small platform? Is that something that you want to hold for a long, long time? I would have thought mobile gaming is all about just the in out, just the quick. Those little 10-minute spaces of time that you have.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is certainly a big budget mobile game, but it's broken up into chapters. There are 30 chapters, so and each chapter is probably, I'm getting 15, 20 minutes. So you could, you could actually pick it up and play if you wanted. But I mean, I'd say the finished game took me about 8 or so hours to complete. And so, yeah, it's not your traditional pick up and play that you pick it up, do a few puzzles, and then put it down and go away. It's certainly it's showcasing that the Vita can actually do blockbuster titles, that you get. But I mean, visually, it's beautiful. It's visually stunning. It certainly shows how powerful the Vita is too. But I mean, it was great fun. But the only niggles that I had was, as I said earlier, that perhaps the touch element was used too much. Couple of final confrontations with some bad chappies were touch, completely. So I just thought that sort of lost some of that immersion. If you were playing a full, a home console game, if you were a final boss battle generally wouldn't be dependent on, touch screen or quick time events to sort of complete it off. So that was probably the only niggle. But I mean, I think for fans of the Uncharted series, and if they're going to pick up a Vita, it's well worth it. I mean, it'd be one of those games that you could show to your mates. Wow, look at how good the Vita looks, and visually it really does look good. So I mean, it's a very solid addition to the series, and certainly well worth having. But I enjoyed it. It was good, but a couple of niggles, but no, it was great fun.
Excellent. We've just been looking at Uncharted Golden Abyss for the Sony PlayStation Vita. You'll find out more about that game and a whole bunch of other stuff over at the Game Junkie blog at stuff.co.nz in the entertainment technology section there.
Yes, I think so.
And Game Junkie NZ on Twitter as well. Thanks very much, Gerard. See you next week.
Thanks very much, Glenn. See ya.
We are